Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you weekly reading vlog 231. So unfortunately, I'm about to go into a work meeting, obviously virtually, so I need to keep this pretty brief, but I had a few things I wanted to tell you and I just got a very exciting delivery. So just thought I'd do the vlog intro very quickly. My plans for the day in terms of reading, I'm going to finish They All Fall Down by Roxanne St. Clair, which I started on Saturday, and I've got like less than 100 pages left, and this is fully lined up to be a 2-star, so I'm really interested to see how it ends. Not having the most fun with this book. This is a YA mystery thriller and it just kind of sucks a little bit, so reading this one. I'm also going to hopefully read the majority of Hopeless by Elsie Silver. This is the 5th book in the Chestnut Springs series. And yeah, I have my new Did Someone Say Cowboys bookmark ready to go. Also today is the buddy read of Watermoon. We're reading this over the next week and I am kind of scared actually. I have seen so much hype about this book coming out, but then not so much hype about reviews for it, so we'll see. But yeah, this one I am buddy reading with the patrons this week, so I want to read parts of all of these books today. I've also got my nails after work and I'm hosting Patreon reading sprints, so yeah, these are very grown out. I think I'm just gonna go black because I always ask Cole what color nails I should get, and then I'm seeing him next week. Oh my god. And he always just says black, so I thought maybe I actually listen for once and get black. This I'm nervous about. So I made this order when I bought my new bookmarks and I was like experimenting with different merch. So I just thought I'd get one of these to see what it would look like. Not that I think anyone would actually buy one, this is more for myself. And then I checked my emails because I was like, the bookmarks arrived and this didn't. And it said, there are all these warnings like, your design is too complex, we've had to edit it and you've not reviewed it within 2 days, so tough basically. So I have absolutely no idea what this is going to look like. I'm kind of scared. But you like review your design when you submit it, and I was like, yeah, it looks great. Okay, it looks fine. The colour's definitely not what I want. Why is the duck orange? Okay, we need to bend it into shape a little bit. But Ava Chloe Reads Books cap. There's definitely some improvements that could possibly happen, but they haven't changed it. I just don't really know why my duck is so orange. But I think I'm gonna live in this summer. We need to do a cap bend. There we go. Is it arrogant to walk around in a hat that's got your own name on it? Hopefully not, because I'm gonna do it. Oh, but it's like a decent fastening as well. Okay, I did that too tight. There were also beanies I could get, but I was just like, it's getting warmer. Beanies don't feel right. We're into cap season. And there we go. That is my cap for the summer sorted. I'm genuinely gonna go out with my own name on my head. Do I have shame? No, apparently not. Okay guys, it is lunchtime on Monday and I finished They All Fall Down by Roxanne St. Clair. 1 star. This book was so ridiculous that it's hurt my brain. I had really high hopes for this. It looks really cool. I wanted to absolutely love it. But yeah, this has genuinely made me sit here thinking like, what the hell is going on here? If this was a movie, it would be like D-list actors and it would have an awful rating, but I would probably enjoy it because they'd be like, this is so stupid, I'm here for it. But the fact that this has taken, you know, hours of my life to sit and read, I can't really believe it. And it was getting worse and worse, and then the ending was just like, I am so sorry, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm sure Roxanne St. Clair is a lovely woman. Please don't watch this video. But this just sucked. And I'm really happy I gave it a go, but yeah, won't be recommending this one. Really won't be. I've now got quite a lot of work left to do today. I don't think I will manage to pick up either of these like during the workday, but let me just get ready to start these off in reading sprints later. I'm so scared of this, I won't lie. It is Tuesday night. I can't believe I didn't film Pancake Day. I forgot to film Pancake Day. It's been Pancake Day. It was such a quiet morning at work and then everything just seemed to turn to chaos this evening. So I've pretty much just finished work. So my friend came around straight from work. We made some pancakes, ate those. I dropped her home and then had to finish some work for the evening. So it is now about 9 o'clock, I think. And I'm just on. So things to talk to you about. I did, as I said, finish Hopeless this morning. 5 stars. I don't know why people don't like this one as much. Genuinely, I don't get it. Is it something to do with the age difference? I don't know, but I thoroughly enjoyed this book. We're following a fake engagement and an age gap in this one, and that is the Chestnut Springs series done now, which hurts. I need some more Cade is who I need. He was mentioned enough times in this, but I was like, I just want more Cade. But I would probably say this is my second favourite of the series. I think my official rating goes Heartless, Hopeless, Reckless, Flawless, and then Powerless. Powerless is definitely my least favourite, and Heartless is definitely my favourite. So yeah, that is that. Reading now then, I need to read about 50 pages of Watermoon, as that's my buddy read. So I'm going to head to bed and read another 50 pages of this, and then I'm going to bed. I'm having an early night. Even if I just count my early night as like scrolling through YouTube and watching mindless videos, like I'm having an early night, so I'll read a bit of this first. And then that means all that's on my TBR are these two, of See Me, King of Wrath, and these 2 weapons. But I think that I am going to dedicate time to listening to the audiobook, like as I'm traveling, as I'm working, when I'm at Coles. So I think these are just going to happen when they happen. It's going to be a little bit more organic with the rest of this series. So this is actually my TBR. I was going out for dinner tomorrow, but I'm not now because my friend came here instead tonight. So I think I might try and read this before we even get to the weekend, just in a couple of evenings. And then I can read this over the weekend. And then I need to start picking some more books to go away with. I started actually thinking about what I'm going to take, because I was going to take this. I said it was a perfect travel book, and I still stand by that. But I actually now think I can just read it before. I think I'm going to take some books that I wouldn't mind leaving there. Not that I want to unhaul it, but that I don't need to read it and just then see it again every day for the rest of the year. So things like this, The Table by Sophie Hannah. I'm either going to read this and love this and want to keep it, or read it and want to unhaul it. Either way, it doesn't need to be in England, you know? Things that I wouldn't be too bothered about not being able to sell as well, like The Year of the Witching. Maybe not that one. You Are Not Alone, potential. I don't know, I'm gonna have a think, but I'm probably gonna take 4 physical books with me. We'll see. For now, it's bedtime. Hello. It is Wednesday, late afternoon, getting towards evening, and I just started looking at my books. Why am I not in focus? To figure out what books I want to take to read in America. And as I was looking through, I did spot Dr. Harper #1. I'm a therapist and my patient is going to be the next school shooter. And I was thinking about this when I first filmed an unhaul that didn't actually go to plan because the data corrupted. But I unhauled book 2 and 3 in this series because I just didn't enjoy them as much as this one. And I said the reason I enjoyed this one so much is the format of the story. Looking back, I don't want to read it again, so I'm gonna unhaul this one too. I don't need to keep it and hold on to it. Yes, it's not taking up much space, but does this book bring me joy? No. So then I start looking through my books and I'm like, what do I want to take away with me? And I start doing that thing again where I pick out books from my shelves that I'm not excited to read because I'm like, oh well, it'll get them off my TBR. And I'd put them to one side and I kept glancing around at this stack of books and I'm just like, not feeling it. I'm not excited about reading them. I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna take those away with me and I'm not gonna pick them up. Like, I'm just gonna end up unhauling them. So why don't I just unhaul them? There is no shame in unhauling books I've had for 5 years without reading them. It's okay. Like, I'm not actually hurting anyone. So I'm gonna have a bit more of a look through my shelves, but I have 3 books so far. I have The Way You Make Me Feel by Maureen Gu. It's not bringing me joy. And that should be enough of a reason to just unhaul it. It's not bringing me joy. Also, Every Line of You by Naomi Gibson. Not bringing me joy. I don't need to hold on to this. I was even reading the description and I was like, doesn't even sound like something I would enjoy. And When We Collided by Emery Lord. I read a couple of her books and gave them like 3 stars. And this one I was just keeping because I'd had it a long time. So already these 3 can just go. I don't need them. What I actually want to take away with me is something like Twisted Love. Oh my god, I would eat that up and I'd be like, I can't stop reading this. That is the sort of books I need. So yeah, I'm gonna have another look through. Maybe later on this evening now, I've got some work stuff I need to finish off and I need to get out of my pajamas at some point. So yeah, I'm just not feeling it and that's okay. Imagine. Hello. It is Thursday night and I'm just finishing packing. I go away next week, like literally next Thursday. So I appreciate I'm packing early, but I just want to get it done. And I think this is the first time I've been like, yeah, clothes are done, shoes are done. I just need to put my electronics in. So I wanted to put my books in so that I can actually seal my case up. But I hadn't told you what books I was taking, so I thought I would do that now. I've picked 4 physical books that I'm not predicting giving 5 stars. So I did a bit of an unhaul last night, which I will keep for future content. But I basically went through my shelves, picked out all the books that I look at and I'm like, that's definitely only gonna get 3 stars. Yes, I could be wrong in some situations, but I'm looking at it like, I'm not feeling it. So all of those have been unhauled within reason. So now I have some here that I'm like, I could love it, I could dislike it, we won't know. The first one is Confessions of an Alleged Good Girl by Joya Goffney. This is going to be the first one I read, I think. I'm really intrigued by this one. It seems like a fun, exciting time. It's a good girl, bad boy love triangle romance, YA. So I'm gonna read this one first. I then have Influence by Sarah Shepherd and Lilia Buckingham. I have had this for so long, so both of these are going to go in my main, like in my carry-on, because I have a 6-hour layover, so I need some reading material. I then have The Prank by Alvy Matthews. I think I've taken this one away before, I can't lie. Some sort of horrifying thriller. We'll try it. And then we have The Family by Louise Jensen. I don't think I'm gonna dislike this, but this is the most beat up book I own. Like, the spine is completely bowed. So I know that if I love this, I will still read it, unhaul it, and buy myself a nicer copy, because I'm like that. So these are the 4 books I'm gonna take away. I'm gonna go pack them. And yeah, and then it's World Book Day, so I should probably read something tonight. But that is what is currently going on in my brain. Oh my god, okay, I didn't realise every other room in my apartment is freezing. My living room must have just got the sun good today or something, because I've just walked in here to film this clip and I'm like, oh god, I'm shivering. I got to page 80 of Watermoon and I don't want to read it. I was trying so hard. I'm so grateful that I have this ARC copy, but at the end of the day, I didn't queue like for this as an ARC. I queued for like an ARC, have a chance to win experience at Yelp, and they suck you in. I just don't care. I just don't care. I want to, and then I'm sat here like, I wish I could read Chestnut Springs again from the start. I'm not going to force myself to read this. I'm sure this is amazing to many people, but it's just not what I want to read right now. So that is DNF'd. I'm not going to read anything else tonight. It's already 9:30, so I'm going to put some music on, sort through some laundry, all of the adult things I should have been doing tonight. And then I will try again with a book tomorrow. I want to read the whole of King of Wrath tomorrow, so we'll see. But that's the plan on that. I am gonna tidy up and do adult things. Hello, it is Friday night. We made it. We made it to the weekend. I know I had time off last week because I was ill, but oh my god, it has made this week drag so long, and I'm really happy that it's now Friday. I have a few things to show you. First one is my package from Claire for March has arrived. So she's sending me one thing a month to use as an advent calendar in December because she's crazy. But we have an item here, and I'm pretty sure I know what this is if it's come off my wish list. It doesn't have the note. This is obviously going to say what it is though. Okay, doing that. Happy Christmas, day number 3 is here. We're talking about Christmas in March. Hope you enjoy it, from Claire. So I'm gonna have to throw that away just because it's not on here. I don't want to spoil it before I open it in December. But we have an advent calendar day from Claire, which it's still shocking that she's doing this for me. Then earlier I was waiting in for a DPD parcel, and it was new pods for my Nespresso machine. So I'm very fortunate and very unfortunate at the same time that my parents bought me a really nice Nespresso machine for my birthday a couple years ago, and they bought me the one that doesn't have copies of, like, some Nespresso machines you can buy the pods in Asda and they're not real Nespresso but they fit the machine. They actually bought me the expensive machine that doesn't have the same pods, so I have to order them directly from Nespresso, unless people know of a way around this. So anyway, I was waiting in for my coffee because I'd spent like 50 quid on coffee, and then I get a message to say DPD had tried to deliver but I wasn't home. Clearly I was. So it ended up getting rerouted to the post office. I went to pick it up. But next to the post office, there is a secondhand bookshop. So really, I need to blame DPD for this. But I did come out of there with 2 books. And I'm not even mad at myself at this point. I paid for them in cash, so really it doesn't count. The first one is The Fake Mate by Lana Ferguson. And I don't think I realised that this is, when it says mate, it is like a werewolf Omega-verse kind of story. Mackenzie hasn't had a successful date in months. She's only a year out of residency, and her grandmother's obsession with finding the perfect mate threatens to drive her barking mad. So it should be a small thing when she lies about meeting someone, until she blurts out the name of the last man she would ever date. Noah, the big bad wolf of Denver, General Taylor. Why not? I'm actually, little spoiler for my April TBR, I'm going to be reading The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. So I am, yeah, I'm intrigued when love is a whole different animal. We'll see. It was literally £1.69. So what's the harm? I also grabbed One Night with the Duke by Jodie Ellen Malpass. I never know how you say her name. This is quite a beat up copy, but I think it's like steamy Bridgerton. Steamy and sexy, because I've read books by this author before and they're full-blown erotica. So this says One Forbidden Night. It's 1816 and 19-year-old Eliza Melrose, daughter of a printing magnate, is about to be launched into London's high society. Much to her distaste, the last thing she wants is a husband. But then she meets the younger son of the late Duke of Chester, a disgraced nobleman who is shrouded in mystery and proving quite impossible to resist. As the season begins, Eliza is shocked to discover that she won't even be given the chance to choose her own husband, and that the Melrose family's fortune hangs in the balance. But will she risk everything for just one night with the Duke? I think she will. I think she will. Smutty Bridgerton, Omegaverse, Doctor romance for what, £3.40 for the two? I couldn't help myself, I'm sorry. Now it's time to do Patreon reading sprints. I'm going to be reading King of Wrath by Anna Huang, and I'm going to try and read pretty much the whole thing tonight. We'll see. Good morning. It is 8:30 on Saturday morning, and I did not get all the sleep I wanted to last night because I just stayed up and read this. I went to bed about 1. So I started this in Patreon reading sprints and genuinely was like, well, I'm enjoying this. I'm going to continue enjoying this, and stayed up and read the entire thing. 5 stars. Is this a 5-star worthy piece of literature? No. Did I have 5-star levels of fun? Yes, I did. So there we go. We're following Dante, who is a ruthless billionaire CEO. And we're also following Vivian, who is a jewellery heiress. And Dante says he's never going to marry, but then he gets blackmailed by Vivian's dad into agreeing to an arranged marriage. Vivian always knew that she would be in an arranged marriage, but she doesn't know about the blackmail. And obviously we can see what happens in any sort of arranged marriage story. There was nothing surprising about this book. There was nothing different about this book. But I just had a fun time immersing myself in these characters and their little world. I also didn't realise it is in the same world as the Twisted series. So some of the characters felt really, really familiar, and I was like, where do I know you from? So I go back and check the blurbs of the Twisted series and I'm like, this is where. So I really, really enjoyed this. I had such a fun time, and now I'm just scared that my next book won't quite live up to this, because my next book, and the only book left on my TBR, is See Me by Nicholas Sparks. This is about Colin. At 28, he's focused on getting his teaching degree, and avoiding all the places and people that proved so destructive in his past. The last thing he's looking for is a serious relationship, but when he crosses paths with Maria Sanchez one rain-swept night, his carefully constructed life is turned upside down. I'm scared. I feel like this is going to be much more hard-hitting. I don't think I've read, well, I've never read a Nicholas Sparks, but I don't think I've read many romances written by men. So this could be interesting, but we're gonna go for it. I have my MOT in like an hour, so I need to go sort that out, and I'm gonna go visit my great nan this morning in her home. I said her home like her house, no, like in her care home. And then I'm gonna go out this evening for dinner and drinks with my cousin. But do I have anything else planned? Probably not. I might be able to get a good chunk of this done. I'm gonna take it with me on moving around this morning just in case I get some time. But yeah, this one kind of needs to be done by the end of the weekend. Hello, it is now Sunday, and I really wish my ears would stop feeling like I was underwater because everything sounds nasal. I had a pretty fun night last night. Me and my cousin went out for Mexican food, and why is that focusing on a random thing behind me? We went out for Mexican food, a few margaritas, cocktail in beer cellar, and yeah, I was actually in bed for midnight, so felt great. I was up at like 7:30, waited till 9 to wake her up and shower, and now we're already on like 12:30, and I've filmed my TBR, but apart from that I don't really feel like I've achieved anything today. So what I'm now going to do I say achieved anything. I'm now going to prop myself up on the sofa and read as much of See Me by Nicholas Sparks as I can. I read a chapter this morning. I don't feel any particular type of way about it. I don't really have a feeling yet. So I'm going to, yeah, set myself up and try and read a big chunk, see how I feel. I don't feel like an emotional attachment to this book in any way, so if I start reading it and I don't care, then I wouldn't be against DNFing it. I have had it for a pretty long time. I've never read a Nicholas Sparks before, so I do want to give it a good go. But I'm just not, I'm 20 pages in and I don't have feelings yet, because why would you at 20 pages? I don't really know why I'm still rambling at you. I'm sorry. I'm just completely, I'm in a very rambly mood today. I'm in a good mood, but very rambly mood. I'm also hyper aware that this is the last vlog you will see. I'm only having a 2-week break, but it just feels like a massive break. So I'm trying to like content. But if there's nothing happening, there's nothing to show you. So I'm gonna go prop myself up and get some reading done. Somehow it's already half 2. I don't really know how that happened, but I have managed to get past page 100. I'm on page 106 of See Me, and I am enjoying it, but it's not giving me like 5-star feels right now. It could be a 5-star, I don't know, but I'm not obsessed with it, and I really want to be obsessed with what I'm currently reading. So I just thought maybe if I get a second book on the go, because I will need to finish this by Wednesday, so I have time, and I'm doing Patreon reading sprints tomorrow night, so that's 3 solid hours. Well, not 3 solid hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes of solid reading, and then I have limited plans on Tuesday. So I reckon I can do 2 books before I go away, depending on what the other book is. So I just thought, let's randomly pick one. Okay, one fell straight out. We don't need that one. I'm going to do a little bit of digging. This doesn't shuffle very well because the jar is too packed. So I'm going to just dig as deep as I physically can and pull out a book. It's going to make a mess, but I'm going for the one that my fingers are latched around. Okay, that one. Oh, I wanted a pink one. Never mind. We'll go for this blue one. I might not even read it. This might not work, but let's find out what it is. It is, that is so weird. Okay, so long story short, I unhauled my physical copy of this book and I'm gonna read it on my Kindle while I'm away. So that is weird that I picked that one out. So let's just ignore that for a second. I'll leave that footage in because that is funny. So I dropped, while doing that, a hell of a lot of books, and I said I wanted a pink one. So out of all of these, we have a couple pinks. I'm gonna go for this one. The colours mean nothing, it's just to look aesthetic. Ooh, okay, I wouldn't have prioritised this right now, but it is definitely a different vibe, and it's from an author where I've given all of her books 5 stars. It's The Initial Insult by Mindy McGuinness. Oh, I bought this in the closest bookshop to Coles. I still have the receipt. I think I'm gonna start this. So I'm gonna have both books running in tandem and just kind of flick between the two. This one's about 375 pages, so I think I'm gonna prop myself up now and read 100 pages of this before going back to See Me. But this is a YA, I don't even know what you'd call it. Welcome to Amontillado, Ohio, where your last name is worth more than your money and secrets can be kept for a price. Tress Monter knows that her family used to mean something until she didn't have a family anymore. When her parents disappeared 7 years ago while driving her best friend home, Tress lost everything. The entire town shuns her now. She lives with her drunken, one-eyed grandfather at what locals refer to as the White Trash Zoo. Felicity Tornado has it all, looks, money, and a secret. She knows that one misstep could send her tumbling from the top of the social ladder, and she's worked hard to make everyone forget that she was with the Monters the night they disappeared. Felicity has buried what she knows so deeply that even she can't remember what it is, only that she can't look at Tress without feeling shame or guilt. So it's like weird contemporary. So I'm gonna flick between the two, and yeah, I would not have prioritized this. I've been putting this off for the longest time. I bought the physical copy in November of 2022. I had no intention of picking this up anytime soon. So yeah, looks like this is the next book I've got on the go, and I need to finish both of these by Wednesday night. Okay, final Sunday night update. I am exhausted. But it is only like 8 p.m, so I'm gonna go watch YouTube in bed because I can't go to sleep yet, it's too early. I did do my plan of alternating between these two books, and it's meant I've read about 300 pages in total. So I just finished the second chunk of See Me by Nicholas Sparks, and I'm on page 208. So I am still shy of halfway through, but I've had a fun time reading this. I think I knew it was going to be a closed door romance, but then when it was actually closed door, I was like so frustrated, which sounds really silly. Like, I don't need to know the ins and outs of every fiction couple, but I was like kicking my feet, like I want to know what happened, but I can picture what happened. It's fine. This so far is a very cute story. I obviously have 300 pages left, so I don't know what is going to happen in this next 300 pages that makes it like a continued story, because it has to keep up the same pace, otherwise it's going to suck. And I've heard that Nicholas Sparks definitely doesn't suck, so I'm having fun with it. This initial, oh not this, the initial insult, however, I'm on page 104 and I have loved everything. I don't know why I'm holding it, you can't see it. There we go. I have loved everything Mindy McGuinness has written. 5 stars to Be Not Far From Me, The Female of the Species, and This Darkness Mine. 5 stars, loved them all. This, I don't like. So we're following 2 girls and there's some history between them. They're now like, what, the one's torturing another in a basement? Like, it's really weird. I don't get it. All of her other stuff is weird, don't get me wrong, but this just feels like there's no foundation for the weird. And then there's a panther, because obviously they have a small zoo, obviously. And some of the chapters are written in poetry form from the panther's perspective. I don't get it. I don't get it. However, I will continue reading this, mainly because I bought it full price in America. This cost me literally $20, so I will finish this book. I will hate read it if I have to. But yeah, I don't get it. I'm hoping something changes and I absolutely love it by the end, but sadly it's not my favourite thing right now. I'm actually preferring this one, which I would not have expected. If you got to this point in the video, I'm gonna need you to leave me an emoji. Let's go for, do you know, I really don't know. I don't have one planned. Maybe because this is just a love story of some sort, any sort of like love heart. They are a couple getting to know each other, so we need some love hearts and romance, I guess. Love heart emojis, please. Yeah, nothing else has really happened that's emoji worthy, so hearts for this one. I'm gonna go to bed and watch some YouTube or maybe even something on Netflix, but I now only have 3 full days before I go away, 4 sleeps. I have stuff to do, I have videos to edit to get them ready for you. I'm also working those 3 days. I am fully packed and ready to go, so I don't need to worry about that. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff I need to do around here before I can go, which is so exciting. But for now, I will sign off from here and I will see you guys in next week's vlog, where I'm going to be traveling to see Cole. So exciting.